So you wondering why you could be right about which direction the price is going in and you still lose money. All right, that's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to go over that. Free my guy. I'm out now, Tuck. I'm out that bit now. No more going live on other people's panels because that's what got me in this situation. But anyway, so like I said, this is education, ladies and gentlemen. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to buy or sell, right? Trading involves risk. They do not tell y'all that. But I'm going to tell y'all that. Trading involves risk, big risk. And if you can't stomach the risk, you in the wrong business. If you're using your rent money, stop. Stop it. Right the fuck now. That is not smart. You're not brave. That's reckless. Okay. So tonight's masterclass, why options can lose even when the price goes your way. We'll cover things like the delta. We'll go over some of the Greeks. We're going to go over some of the Greeks. What up, Tuck? How you been, though, Tucker? Tucker, motherfucker. How you been, man? How y'all been? Let me know how y'all been before we get started. How have y'all been over the weekend since it's Saturday? Y'all had a good Saturday? And while I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. Let me know. I need to know how y'all doing before I get started. Engage with me. Engage. When you engage, you get me out the cage. It put me on that For You page when you engage. Maintaining, bro. Thank you. No doubt. All right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go over some things. Now listen. Somebody says, do not thank me later. I've been in this trade since early December. Says Big Dog. Okay. Yo, Gyro Eakin, what up? JB, what's happening? JB, what up? So yeah, all right, so listen. For all my listeners out there that's inside the live right now, maybe you on the outside of the live, but if you are, let's say if you 35 and over, all right, I want to say if you 40 and over, but don't waste your time wishing that you could be 20 again. Do you hear me? Do not waste y'all time. Oh, I got you, JB. I'm gonna go right over the Greeks in a second. But yeah, I want to send this message out to my big brothers and big sisters and my big cousins, my aunties and uncles out there in TikTok world. I want y'all to listen to me. All my elders, if you a little older, don't waste your time wishing that you could be young again. Wishing does not rewind any fucking thing, okay? I had a client, and he's a little upset that he's just getting started. The guy is 63 years old. And of course, I got to give him the story of Colonel Sanders and Warren Buffett. These guys got they wealth after the age of 60. So it's never too late for you, all right? I'm just saying. But I just want you to know that wishing doesn't rewind anything. It's just going to steal your focus and your energy. And energy is the real currency here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give you a mental picture, right? I want everybody to imagine in this live stream that you're 90 years old, okay? Imagine you're 90 years old and you wake up tomorrow and you back at the age that you at now. Same brain, same memories, same lessons, same pain, the regrets the same. But now you got 50 years in front of you. I want you to move different. Stop chasing quick wins. Stop trying shit all the time. Stop gambling, right? Stop letting emotions run your money. And you need to start building skills that actually compound. I don't know what everybody else on here is saying, but I'm going to make sure that I let that be the message of the day. You guys always need to focus on building some type of compound interest growing assets. You understand what I'm telling you? Your assets need to grow and compound. So I need you to move different. So tonight, I'm going to go over some things. This is not a get rich quick stream, okay? This is a master class for people who actually want to stop getting emotionally bullied or screwed over by a fucking screen, okay? So if you're serious, drop a W in the chat right now. Let me see some W's in the chat. Where my winners at? Where are my winners? All right, that's what I like to see. Now, JB says this what she needs. So yeah, we're gonna go over the biggest options lesson that a lot of traders learn, and it'd be too late by the time they learn it. All right, we're gonna go over some Greeks. I'm also connected to the real world too, though. I'm gonna connect it to the real world. All right. Now, Friday just passed. Do y'all know why Friday's been weird lately? And we've been having headlines hit hard after the close. We're gonna go over all this shit, right? So now, first of all, I want you guys to understand the difference between investing versus trading. A lot of y'all new people need to hear this loud and clear, right? Before we talk options, I need to make something crystal clear for all of you people who are new to the stock market or you're new to trading. There is a big difference between investing and trading. Some of y'all trade way too fucking much and you don't do enough investing. And you would rather trade and not invest because you feel like you don't have time to invest. And you think that options or trading is a way for you to get money faster, but it's not. What up, Salt and Light? Okay. So investing is when you put money into assets for a while, for years, not minutes, right? Maybe even months. But for years, okay? It's about ownership. That's the biggest difference. It's ownership and long-term growth. There is no expiration date. You buy that stock, you buy that asset, and you have it. It doesn't expire, right? Unless there's some type of takeover or acquisition, unless that company gets merged or acquired by another bigger company, etc., right? Whatever. But my point is, investing is when you buy and now you own a piece of that company. Let's say TikTok go public and now they got a stock that you can invest in and you can buy one share of TikTok for $1. This is hypothetically speaking. You want to buy a lot of shares of TikTok because you believe in the future of TikTok. So you invest in the company, and if TikTok remains successful, they make a lot of money, the stock price go up. Hell, they may even pay you dividends, which is them giving you a piece of the money that they making. Right now, hear me out. Trading is when you say, I think TikTok is going to be $5 a share by November. And you have until November to actually hit that price. But tonight's live is how sometimes the price can go in that direction and you still lose fucking money. See, trading is when you're trying to make money from short-term price movement. It is faster, it is harder to do, and your emotions are going to be in your way. Your emotions are going to be in your way, okay? So I want y'all to think about investing like planting a tree. Some of y'all never planted a tree before, and it shows, okay? Trading is trying to catch fruit while it's falling. Investing is planting a tree. Trading is trying to catch fruit while it's falling. Now, a lot of people try to trade before they can even explain what they trade, and that's why they keep losing the same way. Do y'all want to keep losing the same way, or do y'all want to do something different to get some different results? Because if you do the same shit, expecting different results, y'all know what the fuck. Y'all know the rest. That's insanity, right? That's insanity. So if you're brand new, you need to learn the rules. You need to learn the risk. You need to learn what position sizing means. You need to learn the strategy, then learn speed, and stop taking advice from people on TikTok who are not licensed financial advisors. There is so much to learn when it comes to the stock market or trading futures. Hell, even crypto, even Forex. But you should not be taking advice from people on TikTok. And there's only so much you can fucking learn on YouTube. So please seek professional advice, even if it's not from me. That's something I recommend y'all do, right? But I don't know y'all's situation. I don't know your risk assessment. I don't know your debts. I don't know your goals. So I can't give you financial advice in this live stream. All right. So speed without skill is just you losing money faster. That's all that's going to happen. So if you've just started trading, you maybe you've been trading for a year, drop new in the comment section. If you've been trading for anywhere from 0 to 6 months, if drop new in the comment section. I want to see how many people in here new versus how many that's not. Right? If you've been longer than that, type veteran. If you a veteran in the chat, let me know. Don't just say it. You know if you a veteran or not. You know if you new or not. Ain't no shame in your game, right? All right, Tuck say he a vet. Here you talking about. Okay, vet. Two years, still learning. That's right. And the moment you stop learning is the moment you fail. So just keep learning. Don't never stop learning. Okay. If you're not getting your SIE, your Series 63, or Series 7, if you're not taking the test and actually getting the license, then you know, there's so much you missing out on when it comes to learning how to do this shit. First of all, a financial advisor can put you in certain ETFs and mutual funds that you don't have access to on Robinhood or Webull. It's honestly not fair, but whatever. To each his own, okay? I just know that once I found that out, you know, I was taking the test and I'm learning. I'm like, wait a minute, so I don't have access to this without this license? No, you don't. All right, you don't. Now, anyways, let's talk about the part that nobody respect until it hit they portfolio, right? Until they losing money from it. So the United States stock market, it usually closes and it end around what, 4 o'clock, right? So after 4 p.m., there's still some trading that happens, but fewer people are there. There ain't a lot of people there. It's lower volume, but the prices can jump easier this way. Okay. Fridays matter. They are special because we are heading into 2 days of the market being closed. Okay. The news still happens during the weekend. Okay. Oh, the SIE, the 63, and going for the rest of them. Going for the rest of them. Aztec Rider. We going for the rest of them. So, anyways, an option, literally during the weekend, your option and the time decay on the options that you got, they still exist. Okay, you holding the contract over the weekend, and I want you to know that you are still being affected by the theta over the weekend. Do y'all understand? Are we clear? It doesn't pause just because the weekend happened. That's what we finna learn. Y'all gonna get this work. J-Lo says no way. Okay. Okay. All right. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it, Jamie. Look it up. Don't believe me. Look it up. Okay? An option, time decay, still exists going into the weekend. So, lately, a lot of major headlines been hitting right after the session closed. $5 move only be down 10%, right? So the timing matters because the market cannot fully process this shit during the normal hours. Then Monday, we get a gap up or we get a gap down. There's a lot of chaos on Monday. So I'm going to say it plain. I'm going to say this shit easy for y'all to understand. If you hold these contracts over the weekend, you are agreeing to be surprised. Literally. Okay? You are agreeing to be surprised. It's purely speculation. This is for all my traders out there who are borderline. Y'all are borderline fucking gamblers. I need y'all to call the hotline that they got on FanDuel. For the gamblers, call that 1-800 number. Yeah, I need y'all to know that you are gambling. You don't know what the fuck gonna happen over the weekend. Purely speculation. And surprise, literally, when you trade in options, surprise is expensive in options. Do y'all hear me? Did y'all know that surprise is something that we price, that is something that's actually priced in? JB, implied volatility is dealing with surprise. We don't know. Well, we can expect it to do this. We can expect it to do that. And it could either beat expectations or meet expectations or fail to do either. Excuse me. Any of y'all ever going into the weekend feeling confident and then Monday humble the fuck out of you? Type humbled in the chat if you ever been humbled. No, Jamie. No, J-Lo, you cannot. No, you cannot. Somebody says, Aztec says, especially now with everything going on, precisely. We got some humbled in the chat. Okay. Andy Cap, can you explain to the chat how you don't let it happen? Second of all, I also appreciate all of y'all for coming into the live stream tonight and showing up in class. And big shout out to you. real. I'm thankful for each and every one of my listeners. I want y'all to do me a big one and hit the follow button so you don't miss another live stream, and hit the notification bell, or else you're just going to miss it. TikTok bury me after I get off this line. Bury. They throw me right under the rug. There you go, Odell. You know what's up. You know what's up. Odell hit the heart up there next to my name. He made sure he gonna miss another live. They made sure, because I don't know your pronoun. Sorry. Anyways, right? So somebody said in the chat, I think it was Andy. Andy said that they don't let that happen. There's ways to not let that happen. All right. So we're gonna build the foundation, right? Somebody in the comment section define an option. Don't everybody speak at once. Define an option. What is an option? Doom, 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 doom. They like, I don't know, motherfucker. You the teacher. Okay, look, an option is a contract. It gives someone the right, not the obligation, to buy or sell a stock at a certain price by a certain date. And then that's right. Charlotte, one contract equals 100 shares. You buy 100 contracts, you need to know that that's more than 100 shares. I know it's probably a typo, but I want you to know that you get 100 contracts, you got a shit ton more than 100 shares, okay? Each contract is worth 100 shares in each one. You got 100 contracts. You hear me? Be careful. Don't put 100 in there. You're going to be big ball and a big fall and one or the other, right? So hear me out. Now, who can tell me what a call is? I'll wait. This is easy as fuck. It's easy. Now, I know y'all know what a call is. This is shit that you learn on the exam when you start taking your test to become a financial advisor. This is what they learn. And this is for educational purposes only. I hope I don't, ain't no way in hell you would think ain't no way I can get in trouble for teaching this. You would think it, but geez Louise, they be getting. Yes, shit's going up. And the puts, it benefits when the price go down. Who could tell me what the strike price is? Somebody says, so is options just one way, or could we do sell and buy as well with options? Well, sell and buy is dealing with futures. But you can buy and sell with the stocks out. If you buy the stock outright, you can buy a share of Apple and sell it later. You can buy 100 shares and sell it later. But when you're dealing with options, okay, it is a contract that gives you the right, not the obligation, to buy or sell a stock at a certain price by a certain date. There's stipulations, okay? The strike price is the strike is the price level the contract is based around. The expiration is the date that the contract dies. Options are literally you renting time. Okay? You are renting time. You also renting them shares too, but you can buy them after the date is over, or you might have to sell them after the date is over, depending on if you doing a covered call or a cash secured put. See, a lot of y'all ain't never entered into no covered call or no cash secured put. All y'all know is call or put, call or put, call or put, call or put, calls and puts and calls. They're like, all right, bro, we get it. I'm just saying, there's other shit that you can do other than calls and fucking puts when you are bearish versus bullish. I dare you to learn some new strategies, okay? A challenge accepted or not? Does puts make profit with decay? Puts have time decay in them as well. It ain't that you're going to make profit with decay. Now, there are strategies that you can use to where it would benefit it would be in your best interest for the price to stay where it's at in a certain amount of time. You can do a spread. You hear what Tucker said? Yeah, I got to learn those spreads. Tucker, it's a new year. Listen, by the time February come around, I challenge y'all. Everybody hit the follow button so we can grow together, because I'm going to ask y'all. I'm going to check my live and I'm going to ask y'all, what's up? You got the Greeks figured out? Huh? Do you got the Greeks figured out? Do you have, are you understanding how time decay works? You feel me? Do you know other strategies? Can you get in a strangle? right? Show me a strangle strategy. Get in a strangle. It's easy. But for me to say it's easy, it's crazy too, right? It's crazy too. I'm not going It was easy to shit that everybody and their mom and dad would be doing it, okay? But who can tell me what the premium is? Who can tell me what is the premium when you are trading stock options? What is the premium? This is financial literacy 101. This is the shit that you learn when you become a financial advisor or a financial planner. Yes, the wheel strategy is one of those things that somebody that you could learn too. This is a group of trades put together in a sequence to make one strategy. It's the wheel strategy. The price you pay for the contract, says Aztec. Premium is what you pay for the contract, correct? Now, this is the part that people miss, though. The premium equals, all right, y'all listening? Intrinsic value plus extrinsic value. Intrinsic value versus extrinsic value. Somebody says, so I got on an option signal yesterday and it went down real quick. Makes sense. Makes sense. So what is intrinsic? I'm gonna make y'all use y'all brain. Y'all thought I was gonna get on here and just get the blabbing it. No, I want to know who know, right? We're gonna learn. Use your brain. Think about it. Do you know what intrinsic value means? Real value. If something has real value, what is the intrinsic value of it? If it's already in profit right now, it has real value. It has what is the intrinsic value? What is extrinsic value? Can somebody tell me what type of contracts have extrinsic value and which ones have intrinsic? Y'all don't remember in class the teacher used to ask us questions and shit before she tell us the answer, and we just be sitting there like, and it's always somebody in the classroom that's a nerd that know all the answers and shit. I'm looking for the nerds tonight. Where y'all at? Where my nerds at? Where my nerd? That's right. Aztec writer. Intrinsic is either in the money or at the money. Right? At the money or in the money. That means it already got profit. It's already in the profit right now. If it's in the money, it's intrinsic. And to help you remember that, intrinsic in the money. Okay? Extrinsic out of the money. It has hope value. Okay? Extrinsic is time plus expectations. If the price of Apple is trading at $100, this is hypothetical. If it's trading at $100 and you saying I bet Apple go to $150 by tomorrow, that's a lot of money. That you're deep out of the money. So that contract could be 2 cents. It could cost you $2. Basically $2 to enter into that contract because 2 cents times 100, okay? Now, it could cost you literally $2 to get in one contract because of how deep out of the money it is. If it goes over that or to that price, you'll make a lot of money because it has extrinsic value. Now, a lot of beginners buy mostly extrinsic value. Then they get confused when that shit evaporate, okay? Because you can lose a lot of money that way. Now, the moneyness. A lot of people are confused on in the money, out of the money. They like, coach, I don't understand this in the money, at the money, out of the money shit, coach. I don't get it. It's not getting through my head. In the money, that was my hard ass head too, y'all. Right, ITM, in the money. The contract has real value right now. Okay? Right now. At the money means near the current price. This contract is near the current price, ATM. And OTM is mostly hope. You hoping that this shit gonna go there. It hasn't went there yet. It's not there yet. It might go there. It could go there. It's an out of the money contract. If it's an in the money contract, the price is already past that. It's already went there. Do y'all understand what I'm saying or not? Put a W in the chat if you get it now. We got to make progress. If you don't get it, come on, let me know so I can try to explain it to you again in another way. Some of y'all already knew, but I'm talking to the people who never knew the difference between in the money, out of the money, at the money. Yes, Chuck Phillips, you inside of one right now. The only group classes I do are right here on TikTok Live or in my Discord community. I get in there and do the same thing, which is not a signals community. But I do got some knuckleheads in there that give signals, you know, they do their thing. But no, I like to teach you how to fish. I don't want to just give you fish. You need to know what the hell you doing. You got to know what you're doing. But you said you came in late. We was talking about moneyness. Okay, I got you. Tabitha. Okay. I got you. Can y'all tell me what makes options expensive? Low IV or high IV? Don't guess. Y'all ever been so right on a trade? Like, what's the most money you lost being right? All right. Either way it happened, that was either IV or Theta. And you got to understand pricing. I want y'all to know it wasn't your fault. You need to understand pricing. That's right. That's right, y'all. You was right, though, Miss Lisa. You was right. But my point is, when you are dealing with options and you dealing with, I was telling them about in the money, and you buying contracts, you can buy your contract as far as moneyness is either going to be in the money, at the money, or out of the money. Okay. In the money is ITM. Somebody in the comment section said IV is high around earners. That's true. Now, in the money, an ITM contract just means that contract has real value right now. The price has already passed that price. It's already been there. It got value right now. It's worth something right now because you don't have to guess if the price already passed that. It's already passed it. At the money means it's a contract right there near the current price where it's sitting at. If Apple is at $100 and you bought $100 contract, you just bought an at the money contract. If Apple is at $100 and you think it's going up to 105 and you buy the $90 contract, you just bought an in the money contract. It's about 10 strike prices in the money. Out of the money is mostly hope, value. The price has not went there yet. It's not there now. It hasn't went there yet. It's out of the money. It has extrinsic value. The in the money has intrinsic value. Do you understand? Drop a W in the motherfucking chat if you... My buttons is bipolar, y'all. So they might end up laughing. And then I'll go... That's what happens when you give a big ass kid a bunch of buttons that make noise. But look, y'all, we gonna get to the master key of it. All right, this is why you can be right and still lose. All right, option price equals direction plus time plus expectations. Write that down if you got to. Write it down if you got to. The direction is what you think you trading. You think you trading the direction. Okay. Option price equals direction plus time plus expectations. Okay. Put ITM equals in the money. Intrinsic value. INTRINSIC. Then you got at the money, ATM, that is near the current price. Then you got out of the money, OTM, okay? This is extrinsic value, AKA I hope it goes to this price. Now, OTM options can be cheap, but cheap don't mean good, okay? Cheap can mean unlikely when you're dealing with options. I treat it like tattoos. Good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos aren't good. So, just keep that in mind. Now, when you trade in options, you think you trade in the direction, Remember, option price equals direction plus time plus expectations. So you think you guessing which way the price is going. You like, okay, I'm predicting that the price is going to go up $10, down $5, whatever, right? But the time is what you forget that you're paying for, ladies and gentlemen, okay? When you trade in options, you forget that you're paying for the time. Keep that in mind. And also, expectations is what the market charges you for uncertainty. Expectations is what the market charges you for uncertainty. Now we're going to talk about the Greeks again, because I really want y'all to overstand what the fuck I'm talking about when I talk about the Greeks. You guys to know, looking at, you got to know. Delta. Delta is how sensitive your option is to the price moving. Delta is the steering connection between the stock and the option. See, when you're dealing with Delta, it's going to let you know how much your contract is going up or down every time the price of that stock goes up or down. If you don't understand this, you should not be trading yet. You need help. Seek help. Get the help, or lose the money and learn the hard way. And they don't tell you how much you're going to lose before it actually sink in. All right? It's dangerous out here. I don't know why they're not telling you that, but I'm here to tell you it's dangerous out here. They only showing you how much they making. They not showing you how much they losing. And I'll be damn it if I let you mess up your money like that. You hear me? It's not what you think. It is not what you think. Options ain't what you think. You need to be careful. Okay? So we're going to talk about that tonight. The Greeks. Because if you don't know them, then what the fuck? You trading blind. Somebody says they end up at 1 when expired. Man, them boys end up at 0. 1 penny, and you can't even sell that motherfucker. 90% of the options expire worthless. Because motherfuckers don't know what they doing and they gambling. But they done let me out of TikTok jail, and I'm back, and we're going to make it make sense. We're going to make it make sense. I'm back. Now, like I was saying, we was talking about the Delta. The Delta. Let's say you buy. Let's see who all in the comment section are some. Let's see how many future financial advisors we got in the comment section. If I bought a contract and it cost 75 cents, how much does it really cost? How much is that one contract worth if it says 75 cents? Okay, $75, easy, right? Okay. Now, the Delta says 0.60. The Delta says 0.60 on the Delta. Keep this in mind. You pay $75 for the premium. The Delta is 0.60. The strike price is $100. The strike price is $100. Now, this is a call. It goes up to $101. The stock price goes to 101. How much is that contract worth now? The one that you paid $75 for, the Delta was 0.60. How did you come up with that number, Tucker? Oh, shit. How? Tell me, give me your math. Just like in school, give me your math. See, a lot of y'all want to trade options, but don't think you got to do no math, right? You think you don't got to do no math, huh? You just want to trade your fucking P&L. You want to trade your P&L. That's right. It's going to go up $60. It shouldn't, though. Just hear me out. Let's break it down again. All right, y'all listening? Hear me out. The stock price is $100. The premium for one contract said 0.75, but we know that that's actually $75 because one contract equals 100 shares. The Delta on this contract was 0.60. If the stock goes to 101, how much money will it be worth based on that delta? This was a call. Delta 0.60 means the option premium moves about 0.60. You paid 0.75. You paid $75. Okay? So think about it. The delta, 0.60, that means that the option premium is going to move 0.60 per $1 move in the stock. For a call, for a put, it'll be negative delta. So to answer the question, the premium change will be 0.60, right? The new premium, it'll be 75 plus the 60, $1.35. Yes, 135. Yes, but I want to show you how I got the math. You got to know how to use, you got to know why the delta is important. Do y'all get it or y'all still don't get it? You trying to teach delta hedging? Not trying. We're not trying to do shit. I'm just teaching the definition and how to read the delta. We not, none of that extra shit. We keeping it super simple because people don't get the super simple shit, and that is a problem. Nobody ever took the time to grab you by the hand and walk you and show, that's what we do here. Jesus, Jesus, I almost called you Jesus, bro. Lord, forgive me. I know that man name. Jesus said, oh shit, I misunderstood. Yeah, but do you get it now, Jesus? Can you show an example on a stock graph? Sorry if that's a goofy question. No, it's not. Give me a second. Delta is in the money probably too. Let me see. Let me see. Let me pull up a picture. Let me see. Let me pull up a picture. Let me see. Let me pull up a picture. To my some 6-7 probability. All right, hold on. 1 second. Can y'all see my screen? Yo, let me know if y'all can see my screen. Why you want me to use Nike? I can't use NVIDIA? Like, damn, you want me to use Nike? All right, listen. Get up. You want me to give you a private lesson, then you need to inbox me. But listen, you can learn with this. All right. Y'all see he almost got me. Hear me out. So look at the share price. It say 184. That means that right now, NVIDIA is at 184. Right? So we know that the price, this is the share price. This is what it's trading at. Let's hypothetically think. Let's say that we think the price is going to go up to $185 by January the 23rd. But we really know that it'll go there before January 23rd, right? So we're going to make this educated trade. Yeah, just YouTube it, right? Or Chat GPT it. But anyways, now can somebody tell me how much that 185 call would cost? I'm sorry if y'all can't hear me. My connection bad. I'm in my garage. Somebody said a lot. 475. That's right. Now, I'm going to show y'all something because I want y'all to pay attention to this and learn like really fast, okay? It's not hard. This is the 185 contract. This is the 185 contract. You see the delta? You see how the delta say 0.51? So when Nvidia goes up $1 in share price, okay, when it goes from 184 to 185, that $475, you got to add 51 bucks on top of that, sir or ma'am. Now I'm going to show you something else. The delta doesn't stay the same. It changes. It changes based on the gamma. The gamma is always going, you're going to know how much the delta is going to change based on the gamma. I want you to know that the delta can work against you. The delta can work against you too. If the price goes in the opposite direction, that's how much you're losing every time it goes down $1 or in the opposite direction. You're losing that much. So you either making or losing the delta. Are we clear? You want this shit to be, somewhere close to here, right? This is pretty much a good delta. But once it gets to 90, the highest a delta can be is 99, like $1, about $1. It's gonna move like you pretty much own the stock. But I want you to know that when you buying the delta and it's 0.10, 0.30, anywhere between there, you buying a lottery ticket. But it will be a high payoff if it rips. If the delta 0.30, 0.45, it might be a swing trade. It's still not super expensive. It's more responsive than far out of the money, but it's still not super expensive. 0.50, like where we at right here on this one, is at the money. This is pretty much stock like this. You're going to have movement without being crazy expensive. This is good if you want a cleaner price action. And then 75 delta, once you start to get up in that up that high, you got some high probability directional quote unquote betting going on. So it's going to act more like you own the shares. It's going to cost you more, but you won't have as much drama when it comes to implied volatility. I hope this is making sense. Someone says Theta and Vega can also crush price if something is very popular in their expiration. Correct. I was going to get there too. I just wanted to pull up that example. That was NVIDIA, J Rush. But that's not financial advice, J Rush. I didn't tell you to go buy that. I didn't tell you to go buy that goddamn option, boy. Sir. Don't do that, man. I ain't tell you to go get that shit. I just was using that as an example for the delta. Y'all be tripping me out sometime. You tell me I think I already got it. All right, salute. But look. Hear me. Look, so we know now delta. Theta is time decay. Theta is time decay. This is the daily melting of extrinsic value. Yes, Kiki, you could also use delta as probability. You could say that if the delta is 67, if it's 0.67, then you could say that, okay, this has a 67% chance of profit. It ain't guaranteed, but it's probability. Thank you, Kiki. Yes, 6'7" was accidentally mentioned, okay? Get over it. Get over it. I never thought I'd be old enough to be teaching a class and feel some type of way about somebody saying 6'7" in my class. One more outburst and I'm sending you to the administration office. All right, so look, Theta, I'm just playing. I don't give a fuck. I ain't 67 years old. All right, so Theta is time decay. Theta is like an expiration date on milk. It does not care about your feelings. Somebody says no, but on a normal distribution probability. Right. So IV, implied volatility, or do y'all think y'all don't know enough about Theta yet? Theta ain't hidden. Do I need to go over there a little bit more? Theta. Listen, let me show you that. I'll use that same stock option as an example. Let me let my dog out real quick. My garage I need to clean this garage. Okay. Do y'all see? Matter of fact, hold on. Here we go. You see how that theta says negative 0.19? Can anybody tell me what that means? Let the chat know what that means. It's losing $19 a day. It's losing $19 a day. Did y'all know that you can see how much money you're going to lose per day? If you didn't know, this is the shit you need to pay attention to when you trade in stock options. You should pay attention to the Greeks. They are there for a reason. It's not just, yeah, JB, per contract. Hey, per contract. Hell yeah, Alvarez. Now, IV is how much movement the market expects in the future. First of all, put a W in the chat if you understand delta and you understand theta now. And you have a better understanding, understanding, and overstanding of theta and delta. I need to know. Somebody says, and it's a lot worse on shorter dated contracts. Precisely. Shout out to K-Van. Shout out to Dula Dollars. I'm glad we got some learners tonight, because learners are earners. Money Shot. It's all right. Crazy name, but it's all right. You came late, and your name is Money Shot. Crazy combination. Somebody says, Jesus says, yeah, on a day contract, every hour, your shit will kill you. Yeah. On a daily contract, on them 0 days to expire, you are picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. You don't got all day while you holding that shit to the end of the day. Yeah, JB, same here. Same here. But yeah, implied volatility. Now, this is how much movement the market expects in the future. Implied volatility, aka IV. This is how much movement the market expects in the future. So the implied volatility on this contract we was just looking at, 33%. IV is height premium, okay? High IV equals expensive options. Low IV equals cheaper options. Y'all get it? Why do people want to text me while I go live? Like, I know you see me live. IV is how much movement the market expects in the future. Okay? You see this 33% IV? This is the option. This is the option market basically saying we expect this stock to swing around a decent amount over the next year. So we pricing that uncertainty into the option premium. Not even the next year. This contract expired in a couple weeks. So implied volatility, it just means that the market is pricing in about a 33% move up or down. That's what they use to scam dummies who play earnings, says 007. There's other ways to play earnings and use volatility and not get scammed. 007 down. But I do know what you talk about, though. They think that they could just buy the contract, but the IV gonna change on their ass quicker than they can they draws. It's gonna change. It's gonna change on you. And I do mean that literally. Do y'all understand, or y'all need me to break it down even further? I appreciate everybody that's hitting the follow button. Y'all the reason why I do these, because it helps me grow It shows me I'm not doing it for nothing, right? It ain't for nothing. So I appreciate it. I really do. You want to move on? Do you understand it, though? We're not moving on till you get it. I want to make sure everybody got it, right? So we went over Delta. We went over Theta. IV is how wild the stock is expected to be. The options market think that this stock is swinging about 33%. All right. So higher IV is going to make your options cost more. If the IV goes up after you buy, your option can go up even if the stock barely move. Do y'all hear me? If the IV goes up after you buy, your option can go up even if the stock barely move. If the IV go down, your option can drop even if you was right on the direction. Are we clear? This is the IV crush that people be crying about. All right, they said we can move on. Hold on. They said, okay, we get it. I gotta make sure. Gotta make sure. So yeah, you could be right on the direction, but you can still lose money if the IV drop. If the Theta eats it, you're gonna get killed by the Theta, time decay. The move could be smaller. And it could be slower than the market priced in. That can make you lose money even if you're right on the direction. You can lose money and be right on the direction if you bought a contract. They got a nasty ass bid-ask spread. They like said, what the fuck is the bid-ask spread? Now I got to go back to that same picture just to show y'all that too. Look. Can anybody tell me, looking at the prices up top, what is the spread on this contract? After somebody says, after how much per contract I got to start worrying about Theta? Right the fuck away, Tony. Right the fuck away. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Now, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But goddamn. Huh? It ain't too bad, but goddamn. Can anybody tell me how much do you want to have on a spread? There's a simple rule, y'all. So listen, a good spread is going to be like under 5%. I want to see some small shit. That's right, Larry. That's right, Money Shot. That's right, Larry and Money Shot. I hate your fucking name, Money Shot. I'm just about to call you Money, bro. I ain't even got to use that compound word right there. You about to get me fucking kicked off the TikTok. Higher volume equals tighter spreads. That's right. I got some smart people in the chat, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all smart, man. Really, really smart. I can't stand stupidity and ignorance. But great minds think alike, and that's why we here. Iron sharpens iron, right? Somebody says Nike, $75 contract, June 18th, expiration. What you think? Zach, I'm not giving you financial advice on this live stream, pal. Inbox me. If not, then, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. That's what my friend be saying all the time. He like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, bro, why do you keep saying that shit? I don't know what to tell you. He say that when he really don't know what to tell you. He done exhausted everything he can say and you not accepting what he got to tell you. He will tell you that shit in a heartbeat. But anyways, like I was saying, let me give y'all two scenarios, right? Let's look at it this way. I'm gonna give y'all a story. Let me get this dumbass shit off the screen. Hold on. Let's look at it this way. All right, scenario A. I was right and I still lost. The stock is at $100. You buy a call for $3, aka $300. Okay, the stock price is at $100. You bought a call. It was at $3. You paid $300 for the premium. You thinking if it goes to $102, I'm good. Now the shit go to $102, but your option dropped from $3 to $2.40, which means you just lost $60. Now you mad because the stock did what you wanted, but the option didn't pay because the market expected a bigger move and it didn't happen. The IV fell, the theta kept draining, and your contract was overpriced when you bought it. Okay, that's the options trap. Now, I'm teaching y'all how to see the trap before you step into it. A lot of people already in the chat been talking about how earnings happens around, how earnings affect the implied volatility. There are also other big events to where you can get IV crushed. You can be right about the direction, but still lose money. Whenever there's a Fed meeting, the CPI reports, any court rulings, any major headlines. Somebody says, and how far out of the money? Right. That matters as well, too. Now, before these events happen, these major events that could affect your contract, uncertainty is high. I'm gonna simplify that. People don't know what the fuck is going on, ladies and gentlemen. They rush to buy options, right? Expecting this shit to go up, and then demand rises because everybody start buying these options. Guess what happens because of that? The options get expensive. Market makers are changing the prices on them up as we are trading. So after the event happens, everybody know what happened now. The uncertainty gone. Because you didn't listen to the earnings. Now you know they done made more money than they made in the past 10 years. The market goes, oh, we know now the IV dropped fast. That's called IV crush. You still could lose money, even though it went in the right direction. NVIDIA did it to people all last year. They would have good earnings and it wouldn't mean a damn thing. If you buy hurricane insurance the day before the storm, ain't as expensive? The storm passed, the insurance value collapsed. But right before a storm, the prices go up because they know you trying to buy this shit right before this storm comes. I used to live in Florida. All my people from Florida, y'all know. So let me ask y'all a question. Are options usually more expensive before big events or after big events? I'll wait. Is an option contract more expensive before a big event or after a big event? Nope. It's before y'all. The contract gonna be more expensive before because of the uncertainty, and that's expensive. The IV is going to drop after the uncertainty, so it is actually more expensive before the big event. Okay? So the options don't pay you for being right. They pay you for being right relative to what was already priced in. Again, I'm gonna go over Theta because I want y'all to stop donating money to the market this year. Nobody ever taught y'all this shit, and I gotta make sure that I do, because you ain't gonna never be able to say I didn't tell you. And I like to be in your memory banks. Like, oh yeah, I learned that from Coach Price. Now, Theta decay accelerates. That probably sounded narcissistic, but I don't give a fuck. Theta decay accelerates as expiration gets closer. If you buying near-term options, you need to move fast. You actually need the move to happen fast. If you buying some shit that expire fast, you need that move to happen fast. Somebody says, so after the price breaks out, the IV is lower. After the event happens, the IV is lower. The uncertainty is gone. See, they came out with the earnings. That was the big event. We found out that they lost money. The shit was already priced in. It's not a wow event no more. We don't care. It's priced in. Now, like I was saying, if you buying near-term options, you need the move to happen fast. If that move happens slow, Theta is going to screw you slow. Excuse my French. Theta drains you even if you right, ladies and gentlemen. Then you got to combine that with the weekend. So even though the market is closed today and tomorrow, time is still passing by. This is going to affect how Monday opens and how premium gets priced into Friday. Are we clear? This is why a lot of y'all feel like I held the same direction and Monday I'm down. That's only because time passed and uncertainty changed. So if you don't understand Theta, you should not be buying contracts, holding them over the weekend and hoping. That's not a strategy. You on that hopium. You on that hopamine. That dopamine, that hopamine. And then again, the bid and the ask. The bid is what? I'm going to ask y'all, what is the bid? Can anybody in the chat tell me what's the bid? Zach, that shit going to 100 and beyond. Don't treat it like you think it's going to be like gold one day, Zach. Now, anyways, what is the bid? What is the ask? I'm the one that asking the question, Zach. I'm just playing, Zach. I don't even be feeling comfortable when I go to talking shit like that. Inbox me, Zach. I'll answer your questions like that. But I got a curriculum here, pal. You gonna have me up all night answering that shit in the middle of my lesson. Bid is what you can buy, says Zach. Contract for ask is what someone else is what you could sell it for. Okay, that was a little bit, more words than you needed. But yeah, bid equals what buyers are offering. Ask equal what the sellers want. It's what the sellers want. If you selling something, ain't you trying to get what you asking for it? You don't want no damn disc. You ain't gonna get up on face trying to short. You trying to get, you trying to get a discount and shit. Give me what I asked for it. I'm selling it. When you buying something, ain't you trying to get a discount for it? You trying to get this shit for the lowest you can get it for. Now, the gap between the ask and the bid is the spread. That's called the spread. If you buy a contract at the ask and instantly look at the bid, you will feel down immediately. That's normal. But the wider the spread equals more pain. So sometimes you feel like I bought it and it instantly went against me, but that's not how it happened. You just paid the spread. Pay attention. I'm telling you, this is going to help you out tremendously. I'm really about to stop giving this sauce out like that because everybody don't appreciate it. I just built a club, a package, a VIP for the people who are very fucking serious, who I can take serious. Inbox me if you're looking to be a part of that community. Everybody else, I'm going to give you surface level information here because you know what? I don't think y'all take me serious. JB, you been with me for a year, so we locked in. We going on a year. But some of y'all, we been locked in. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I just got to get these other jive turkeys locked in. These other future millionaires. Yeah, I say that because we don't lose money vicariously. We learned that the only way you lose money is by choice. You did the shit on purpose. And if you ever freaking out over a trade, it's because you probably got too much on it. Yeah, you over leveraging, and I need to teach you position sizing. And then also you probably got some bills and shit that's hanging over your head. We need to focus on some other shit other than trading. Oh, there's other things we need to focus on. Alvarez says, can you go back to how events affect contracts? Example given CPI. I can briefly. Yes, I can. Okay, it's called IV crush. You can be right about the direction, but still lose money because certain things happen around big events like earnings, CPI, Fed meetings, court rulings, major headlines. Now, before the event happens, uncertainty is high. People rush to buy options. Demand rises. Options get expensive. Also, this is why I do 1v1s, y'all. If you have a problem sitting in the classroom and somebody asks, hey, can you go back, and they get on your nerves, then the 1v1 is perfect for you. Can we rule out IV? Fuck no, Alvarez. You cannot rule out the Greeks. Maybe you can rule out the RHO or some shit, but I don't know about IV. Hell no. Oh, no. Hell no. to the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Oh, you said it was a joke. Oh, okay, okay. See, you can't rule out IV unless you enjoy being confused while your option loses money for no reason. IV is literally a part of the price. Demonstrations, visual learner, tech on wheels. Okay. You're going to have to use your third eye today, pal. You feel me? Sorry. Can you talk some about Delta? Yeah, Zach, I did actually. See, that's what I'm saying. Now, y'all coming in at the end, but it's all right. I'm going to go back for you a little bit. Now, look, the rest of the class is like, oh, man, here he goes. You know what I'm saying? This is why I do 1v1s. I will go back, though. Delta is basically the price changing. You dealing with Delta, it is the price, is how much your options contract is going to change, okay? So if the contract you paid, if the premium was $276, it said 2.76, that's $276. The delta is 0.30 every time. And then let's say the freaking share price is $100. It go up to 101. That contract is worth now $30 more than it was because the delta said 0.30. The delta is going to change based on the gamma. I know I just brushed over that fast, but to keep it super simple so that we don't waste too much time, you need to pay attention to all of the Greeks. The delta is how much your option price changes when the stock moves $1. Yes, Zach, higher delta, higher gains. Yes, or higher losses, depending on if the price is going in the right or the wrong direction. It's how much you losing too, if it's not going in the right direction. All right. Where was I at? I would think I was at, what was we talking about, y'all? We already talked about IV. We talked about the Greeks. We talked about the spread. We talked about time decay. What about gamma? Gamma is a good question. So gamma is one of those things that you can use when you trade in. I use the gamma pen. I like gamma. I like using the DEX. I like that too. So gamma is the delta's mood swing. Gamma equals how fast delta changes when the stock moves $1 007. Okay, if the stock moves $1, the option moves based on how much the delta is. The gamma gonna tell you after that $1 move, the delta itself is gonna change by about whatever the gamma is. If y'all coming in, there will be a replay on this live, so I don't have to keep this loop where somebody coming in and saying, hey, can you go back? Just watch the replay. It will be available on my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. Yes, the community is also in my bio, Alex. Okay. The Discord is in my bio. But I'm letting you know now. It's just not one of them come in there and be quiet communities. Come in there and chop it up. Engage. If you had to prioritize 2 to 3, which ones would be more important? If I had to prioritize 2, it's going to be, I'm going to prioritize the delta and I'm going to prioritize IV. But I'm not going to ignore any of them. There is no moment where you just like, okay, well, I'm only going to pay attention to these 2. No, prioritize just means when I'm buying the contract, I'm looking at this right now, right? And then the rest of it going to be like, I don't know if I'm willing to lose that. You got to take so much into consideration. Alex, just inbox me. Not right now. Your name and your number and the best time to call you. That goes for any of y'all that's interested in whether that's the mentorship and learning more about financial literacy, learning more about investing or trading. But I do not give out stock signals, but my community is got some rascals in there who do. And they some hard hitters. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do the signal thing. Signals will ruin you. I did it last year. We ate off GoPro, Open Door, AMD, Taiwan Semiconductor. So much shit. Hell, I even dropped my watch list, but I ain't finna tell you about nothing. Cause you ain't finna get me in trouble. Back when I wasn't licensed, I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to, but this is a new year. Now, new traders should avoid contracts with ugly spreads because it's like paying a fee just to enter a contract. You should not be doing that. You should not be doing that. We also got some shit going on this week with the Supreme Court ruling. Oh, you can on my YouTube channel. You can on my YouTube channel. Now we're gonna make sense. The United States Supreme Court is scheduled to issue rulings Wednesday, January 14th. What are the rulings for? The market has been watching for decisions connected to challenges over this Trump era emergency tariff situation. Okay, so the court usually does not announce in advance what's going on, which causes uncertainty until that day happens. But in this case, they gonna wait. They usually wait until that day to drop that information. So this is a watch day. This is not a guarantee, because they wouldn't tell us if it was something like that, right? Now, who's still confused about tariffs and what they mean and what they for and what's going on? This is not finna be one of them lessons on tariff. I just want to talk about it for a brief second so that everybody know what's going on. It was expected yesterday. Yeah. So the tariffs are taxes on imports. Now they can raise costs for companies and prices for us as consumers. We do not give a fuck as traders and investors. We care, but we don't care about the politics. This is for math. Big decisions equals uncertainty. Uncertainty equals higher IV. Higher IV equals more expensive options. So into an event like this that we got coming up January 14th, options could get inflated. After the event, if the uncertainty clear, the IV can drop. We also had the refund angle floating around. Like, importers and companies are bracing for potential large tariff refund fights if the tariffs are struck down, with estimates in the headlines reaching big numbers. I'm just saying they might be getting some refunds, possibly. Again, we are not predicting the outcome. We are learning behavior, okay? We learning behavior. So before the big event happened, right, a week before, what's today, the 10th? Today, the 11th. So this shit happening this week coming up. So this is what you want to have. This is what you want to ask yourself. Are the options expensive right now? What move is the market already pricing in? Buddy said it was expected yesterday. Who was that? K Van said it was expected yesterday. 007 said that man don't lose court cases much. Do y'all see how the market prices this information in real time? We had two people say pretty much what everybody thinking, which is he don't lose court cases much. They take that into consideration. This is all money-making conversations, money-making questions. Somebody said it's already priced in. You want to ask yourself, what move is the market already pricing in? You also want to say, if the IV collapses, does my trade still work? If you don't ask those questions, you basically buying hope at retail price. You paying for hope. Like I said, you can have an expected move, and a small move can still lose. Expected move is the market's best guess of how far the price could swing in a time window, right? So a simple way people estimate this shit is the cost of an at the money call plus the cost of an at the money put, which is a straddle. A at the money call and an at the money put. This is a straddle. You don't need to trade this to understand it. If the market is pricing a $6 move and the stock moves $2, you can lose even if you got the direction right, because the move wasn't big enough compared to expectations. So I want y'all to keep this in mind. Being right on the direction is not enough. Do y'all hear me? Ooh, y'all just learned a valuable lesson tonight when it comes to trading stock options. Being right on the direction isn't enough. You need the move to beat the market's expectations for you to shine. If y'all just joined, we learning why options can lose even when the price moves your way. Options are priced on direction, time, and expectations. Big events inflate premium. After the events happen, the IV can wipe you the fuck away. Okay? Somebody says, especially company earnings. Right. Just letting y'all know. So much to take into account. Now, like I was saying, trading is not a normal job. How many of y'all would like for trading to be your job? Put a W in the chat if you want trading to be your job. Well, it's not a normal job, Chuck. K-Van said cash flow and retirement. Okay, K-Van, inbox me. Sounds good. Name and number, best time to call you, K-Van. Better than listening to a bunch of crybabies bullshit all day. That's right. Money says, I don't want to trade because I have to. That's right. Sound good. All right, so when you have this as a job, you got to know this is not a normal job. You can do everything right and still lose. This is going to break you mentally if you are not prepared. Okay? Let me share the live stream out real quick. Now, what can you do? What can you do to fix this problem, right? The fact that you're gonna do everything right and still lose sometimes. And you don't want this to break mentally. You need to measure yourself by your process, not by outcome, not by one outcome. Measure yourself by your process. If each one of y'all said, coach, how do I measure myself by my process? Ask yourself, did you follow your rules? Yes or no? Did you follow your rules? Say, did I follow my rules on this? Yes or no? That's how you measure yourself, by your process. So when you first start out in this job, this business of trading, the institutions, they got tools that you don't. They got speed, they got data that you don't. They got cheaper execution. So you need to stop trying to compete on speed. You can compete on discipline. Oh, K-Van, that's right. You don't need me. You got it figured out. So trading is probability, ladies and gentlemen. It is not certainty. Even a good setup is going to fail. Once you realize that, your life will be a lot easier when it comes to trading. You can have a good setup and that shit's still going to fail. Stop loss, risk management, that's going to help you. So think in sets of 50 to 100 trades, not one trade. Think in sets of 100 trades. Per 100 trades, how many do you think you have to, and don't answer this if you've been in my live already, because we talk about this every night. I want the newbies to answer. Let's have some fun. Out of 100 trades, how many do you think you need to be right on to walk away profitable? How many can you lose before you're not profitable? 51 says money. This depends on your risk to reward ratio. It is. It does depend on probability, Chuck. Out of 100 trades, if you have the 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, you can lose the majority of the trades and still walk away profitable. I repeat, you just lost 74 times out of 100 and still made more money than you did losing because of your risk to reward ratio. Because of probability, because of math, ladies and gentlemen, because of discipline, because of your ability to only lose that 1 when you are trying to make that 3. That means you lose 1 every time you lose, but you make 3 every time you win. 1 to 3. Some people say 3 to 1, whatever. Oh, duh. 2 to 1 at least, right? At least money. At least money. At least. I at least want a double. Yes, 007. Is 3 the number of contracts I own? No. Pay me blue cheese. No. Why does 1 to 1 work more? No. No. See, you getting confused. See, hear me out. 1 to 1, just because it says 51% doesn't mean that you're winning more. I mean, it does, but it doesn't mean that you make it more. It means you need to win that much in order for you to walk away profitable. What up, Lucky? You have to win 51 trades out of 100 in order for you to walk away profitable when you're using a 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio. It's not good. Like you don't understand, but you will when you get your ass in the market and take 100 trades. You will see. And then, right, 007. And then you will see that this, and a lot of people think it's going to be a win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. No. It don't work like that. This shit work like loss, 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 win, loss, 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 win, loss, win, loss, 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 win, motherfucker. And them wins going to outweigh the losses, believe it or not, if you have the proper risk to reward ratio. This is probability. What if that's 15 wins and 1 to 3 on the losses? That's good, right? Yeah. Think about it. If you got 15 wins using a 1 to 3 ratio, but we're thinking in terms of 1 to 100 though, pal. I tell people trading is like, I flip this quarter, it lands on heads, you make $3. If it lands on tails, you lose $1. Now, you flip this quarter 10 times. You lost $7. It landed on tails 7 times. But the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th time, when it landed on heads, remember you make 3, 6, 9. You only won 3 of those coin flips. You lost 7 coin flips. You made more money on the ones that you won because you won more money than you. Do you understand that concept? Does it make sense? I don't see it. I don't see this. I don't see enough people saying it makes sense. But it's all right, though. We're going to move on. Trading is probability. Even a good setup is going to fail. You need to start thinking of this shit in terms of like this, all right? So, blind perseverance is fake discipline. If you repeating the same mistakes, that is not dedication. You are delusional. It's looping. I need you to start journaling. You need to review weekly what you got going on and fix one thing at a time. And your obsession with P&L is going to fuck you over. Excuse my French. Your obsession with how much you making is going to crash you. It's going to tear you apart. You trading your P&L. Watching the money mid-trade is going to trigger panic. I want you to focus on your entry, your exit, and how much you risking. The money is the scoreboard, not the steering wheel. Y'all know the market creates urgency, right? So it's going to be a lot of fast moves that are going to bait you into chasing them, literally, like you a fish, and you going to bite the damn hook. I want you to wait for confirmation because missing is cheaper than chasing. I'm going to say that again. Missing is cheaper than chasing. Sometimes you got to know when not to take the trade. Knowing when not to trade is a skill. Sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. Do y'all agree? If you don't agree, you're going to learn the hard way. Sometimes no trade is the best trade that you could take. So, whenever there's a lot of new chaos or there's an unclear trend, you got to know when not to trade. A plan only works if it covers real behavior. So you need a plan that don't include you trading without a stop loss. Plans that don't include rules for drawdowns are fantasies. 007 said protect your capital. I couldn't say it any better. I couldn't say it any better than that. So you need to pay attention when you trade. I trade them all, but just for different reasons. Different reasons, different seasons. You know, I'm not trading Forex all the time, but there is a time and a place for it. But I feel like trading Forex is like watching water boil. Now, like I was saying, though, you know, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. A plan that does not include rules for drawdowns are, you know, fantasies. You need to write what if rules. Basically, if I lose 2 trades, then I'm gonna stop. If I feel revenge, then I'm gonna size down or I'm gonna quit. If the price goes to this level, then I'm gonna do that. But if it don't, then I'm gonna do that. And if it do this, then I'm gonna do that. And if it don't, then this is how you fucking playing. What are you doing just pressing buy or sell or just getting in without having an entry or an exit or a stop loss? Come on now. Let's make it make sense. Messy inputs create messy decisions. Okay? Messy inputs creates messy decisions. All them goddamn indicators y'all be having and shit. You don't need all them indicators. Now, trading is competitive. It's somebody on the other side who trying to do it better than you. Treat it like a sport. Practice. You know, back test, paper trade. Do what you got to do. Do your due diligence. But the goal, the key to it is to improve. Ava, what up? You need to improve. I'm back, Ava. They let me back. I'm back. They freed me out TikTok jail. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to the gym. I've been here eating Zuzus and Wham Whams. Come on, some A. All right, so treat it like a sport. Good traders can lose. Yeah, the Zooms and Wham Whams. I can't even record in the house. I tried to do my live stream in the house and no connection. So I come out to the garage and I guess it's good because y'all can hear me. So, but it's getting a little cold out here. I'm gonna have to turn on this loud ass this big ass blowtorch heater. It's a mechanic heater. I think this meme is funny as hell. That's why I got it up here. This is how I'm talking to y'all. I want y'all to imagine me talking to y'all with this look on my face for the rest of the live stream. This is how I'm looking when I'm talking to y'all. Now, Good traders can lose for weeks. You can be a good trader and you can lose for weeks. Sloppy traders can win for weeks. Just because they've been winning for weeks don't mean they're not a sloppy trader. You want to stay consistent. You need the size small enough to survive the variance. You know what I'm saying? Again, if y'all just joined, options can lose even if the stock move your way because options are priced on direction, time decay, and implied volatility. Certain events inflate the premium, and after the events are over, the IV can collapse. Y'all hear about the Samsung news? We got news about Samsung. They have been warning about some memory chips. They running out of memory chips, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they've been warning that rising memory costs and supply issues can push price increases across electronics. So they could charge us more for phones, TVs, computers. All right. Again, I'm about to nerd the fuck out a little bit, right? We're going to talk about this RAM. We're going to talk about memory in terms of technology. That is a part of it, K-Van. So memory chips help these devices run fast and store data, right? You got DRAM or DRAM, DRAM, okay? This is short-term working memory. This is like your brain's scratch pad. And then you got NAND, which is storage. This is almost like where's my image at to where I can show you what I mean. All right, so yeah, the NAND is like your closet or hard drive. Why did I just tell y'all that? Because AI data centers are eating up memory supply, more demand, tighter supply equals higher prices. So whenever the costs rise, companies usually respond in one or three ways. Okay? They respond in one or three ways. They either raise the prices, they allow the lower profits, they accept the fact that they got lower profits, and they just cut the costs elsewhere. So rising memory prices could pressure us paying for phones, laptops. It could even pressure the server makers. Rising cost equals volatility because rising cost plus uncertainty equals volatility. Remember, uncertainty, we want that. And when they disappear, the price of that shit gonna go down. Volatility changes option pricing. So again, direction alone isn't enough. Expectations change premium. Somebody says Samsung bought their own silver mine, I heard. News to me. What you know about this company, though? Ava, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts, Ava. Ava, you sent enough to get a free 15-minute consultation with me. You didn't send enough gifts. You didn't hit level 10. You get a free 15-minute consultation. Congratulations. Now, Anthropic is reportedly exploring raising about $10 billion at around a $350 billion valuation. This is led by big funds like GIC and Coatu, I think that's the name of the company. But either way go, the valuation, y'all heard me use the word valuation, that $350 billion valuation. Valuation, it just means what investors think it's worth. Funding round equals a company that's raising money, and pre-money equals the value before the new money comes in. So big money is still betting heavily on AI, and AI growth increases demand for the microchips, the memory, the storage, the data centers, the power, etc. Silver, copper, etc. This can make the markets jumpy, especially in the technology, hardware, and infrastructure themes. Once again, uncertainty and expectations feed volatility. Volatility feeds options premium. I'm going to always bring it right back to that so that y'all know exactly what, this is what tonight's live is about. Don't get it confused. We're going to talk about this knucklehead right here who won't shut up. About, every time he say some shit, he mess shit up. When the public market voices warn about buying at the highs, that's not a magic signal. It's sentiment. But when this motherfucker say something, it's funny. Like don't nobody believe nothing Kramer say. Everybody do the opposite of what Jim Cramer say. All right. But this inverse Kramer shit is getting out of hand. Buddy beat the S&P damn near. Doing the opposite of what Kramer say has made me money. So I guess it's real. But when I first entered into the stock market, I used to watch his show on YouTube, and I was slow as hell because I believed, I used to like Jim. I believed the hype. I didn't know that they was making fun of him behind closed doors. So the joke was on me too with him. I'm like, damn, so y'all don't believe what Kramer say? Now, hell no. Do the opposite of what Kramer say, you're going to make money. Fade his trades. This is not financial advice. I'm just saying, historically speaking. Buddy just said now's a good time to buy. Yeah, nah. Don't listen to Jimmy. Don't listen to Jimmy when he says it's a good time to buy. Y'all job is to know your risk, know your time horizon, know what you paying for in premium. Because if you buying expensive options, you can be right and still lose. I don't want you to be right and still lose. I want y'all to stop paying for hope, start paying attention to the premium. Start respecting time decay. Start respecting event risk. Like, start building a process, okay? Any questions? Any questions? Wait, y'all got any questions? Thanks for the knowledge. You're welcome. Let's see how long I've been live. An hour and 40 minutes. All right, I'll stay on another 20 minutes. What's the best option strategy for beginners? First of all, it depends on if this beginner, it depends on a true beginner should already have 6 months of income in an emergency funded savings account. You should already have money put up in this emergency account. I'm serious. This is the last thing you want is to have to close a position to pay for a flat tire, to close a position to pay for your rent, close a position to pay for some food, close a position to pay for some shit that you shouldn't have had to close that position to pay for. Put a W in the chat if you understand. A lot of people say, Coach, I don't have enough money to invest. No, you do. We just need to figure out where the leak is at. Like, I'm pretty sure you got enough. You spending too much money. You probably got more money going out than you do coming in. We need to focus on that first. You need to get, like, make investing a habit and not something that you do when you feel like doing it. Know the difference between investing and trading. Be an investor first and a trader second. That's what we teach here at Ironworth. That's the Ironworth way. This is the way in my Mandalorian voice. All right? You get me? Any other questions? I've only done the wheel when it comes to options. How has that worked for you? How has that worked for you? Any other questions? I got 20 more minutes on here with y'all. How many of y'all already planning for retirement And when I say that, young people, don't think I'm not talking to y'all, because y'all the main ones that need to get started. If you 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, you should be investing now. Get started now. I guarantee you, everybody in this chat right now that's over the age of 25, 35, 45, 55 gonna tell you the same damn thing. They gonna tell you they wish they had started investing when they was your age. Not trading, but investing. All right. Yeah, most people only focus on making money. Wealth is building it, protecting it, and passing it on. Somebody says we are retiring this year, looking to supplement 1,000 per week. That is so doable, K-Van. So doable. I don't know if you inbox me your name and your number. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. So most people only focus on making money. Wealth is building it, protecting it, and passing it on. That's why I tell people, if you don't have a way for anybody to help, I'll give you a system. I give you a 4-bucket system. I knock it down to 3 buckets. Don't tell me all your business in here, Dallas. Tell me what your net worth is in here. TikTok blocked your comment. But inbox me and I got you. But listen, if you qualify, right, inbox me also so we can see what you qualify for. If you qualify, a Roth IRA is one of the cleanest ways for y'all to build wealth, build long-term wealth, because the growth is tax-free. For retirement, this is not advice. This is just education. If you don't already have one, inbox me your name and your number and the best time to call you. All right. Who knows about this rich ass family called the Rothschilds? The Rothschild. Y'all know about the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds? Y'all know how they used insurance to pass down wealth? You can do it too, but you afraid of insurance. Oh yeah, insurance is not a get rich tool. It's a don't get whipped. This is a don't get wiped out tool. If you die too soon, your family don't need a GoFundMe. If you get sick or something happen, your plan should not collapse. Your shares should not go despaired into into the fucking thin air. It needs to go to where it's supposed to go, to your heirs. Or whoever you decide your beneficiary is. You didn't build all this wealth and all these assets for nothing. So if you don't have beneficiaries, right, and you don't have an estate plan, the government and the court system can decide how your stocks, how your crypto, your assets, how your shit gets handled. If you don't have a trust, I can help you with that. A trust is one way that a family can create structure and privacy. You put everybody in your family, all your loved ones in the trust. Put insurance policies on everybody. Anybody pass away, the estate gets richer and richer. You immediately pass down generational wealth. This is not a hard thing to set up, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. The goal is not to sell you something. I'm not trying to pour honey in y'all ear. The goal is to make sure that y'all got a plan. A trust is a legal structure that helps manage and transfer assets based on your rules, avoiding probate and keeping things organized. Life insurance is a protection that's going to pay a benefit if you die. It's meant to sometimes replace income, cover debts, protect the family's plan, leave behind a legacy. A Roth IRA is so you can put money up and it's going to grow for you and you can take it out later tax-free. So if you die without a plan, your family timeline is going to become paperwork. If your money is growing, but it's unprotected, one tragedy can erase a shit ton of years of progress that you done put in. So inbox me so we can get you a policy today. We can get you covered and your family protected today. You don't want to leave your loved ones with nothing. This is the ultimate I love you letter, especially in death, right? Knock on wood, God forbid anything happen to any of my beautiful listeners. But I know all my intelligent listeners are smart enough to know that they need to be protected. Also, I don't want you to think that this is out of your reach, that you have to be rich to get started, but you do have to get started to get rich. Somebody says looking to start an LLC to employ young grandkids so we can start their Roths. Perfect, K-Van. Perfect. You are truly an interesting specimen, man. I need to take note of K-Van now. For real. But if y'all want, to learn the basics of all this, financial literacy. Maybe you want to learn the basics of a Roth, insurance protection, and trust. Inbox me. I'm doing free policy reviews. I'll do a free 15-minute assessment. So give me your name and your number and the best time to call you. Yeah, that's about it. I pretty much helped you guys out with a lot tonight. All I ask for is that you hit the follow button. Let me see how much more time I got left here. 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I got 12 more minutes left. Y'all got 12 more minutes left. Anybody else got any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? No? All right. I'll get up out of here. No, I got 12 minutes though. I'm gonna wait so I can hit that 2-hour mark. In 10 minutes, I've been live for 2 hours. I do my best. I hope I helped out a lot of y'all. I also noticed that I hired somebody about a month ago, and I didn't realize, no, it's about 2 months ago. And she was explaining to me that, she's thankful for the opportunity. So like I said before, I'm gonna do it again, and maybe somebody out there that needs this help. Somebody says, in your community, you trade options and futures. Yes. So before I say this is not a promise of income. This is not financial advice. I'm not guaranteeing results. Anybody promising you easy money is either lying or they are selling a course or both. Okay. I'll be in Vegas while I'm talking about selling a course. I'll be in Vegas March 13th. Can y'all let me know what city and state y'all listening from? What city and state are y'all listening from? What city and state are y'all listening from? Rep your city. We got Detroit, Michigan in the building. I love Detroit. We got Detroit in the building. PA in the building. Okay, come on, y'all. What city and state you listening from? I'm asking. I need to know so I can know when I come to your city if there's a lot of people there. That from my fan base or from my listening group, my TikTok. We got Marietta, Georgia, San Diego in the building. Sometimes I have people from Canada and Australia. Where my Australian people at? Where my UK listeners at? Any listeners from the UK? All right, well, listen. Like I said, Haiti in the building. Okay. Yeah, I think I talked to you already. Is it Jope? I think we already chopped it up. So there is a company. Let me show y'all the stock. So there is a company. Let me show y'all the stock. Yeah, this company right here. Yes, bro. I have to be back to you when I'm ready. Oh yeah, no doubt. So this company, which is trading at a price higher than Apple is. 267. Can anybody in the comment section tell me what they know about this company? If you don't know anything about the company, it's okay. But it's a reason why they are $267 a share and have been this much for a minute. All right. People talk a lot of shit about this company, but that's only because they still confused about how money works. This company existed long before I knew about them. I found out about them, okay, and didn't know that they were on the stock exchange. I didn't even know they was in the stock market. They trading on the New York Stock Exchange. This is Primerica. So you hear a lot of people talk shit about Primerica, but a lot of these other companies are not trading on the stock exchange. This is the company that I'm taking my Series 7 through. Yeah. So what I'm about to share is an opportunity conversation. You still got to do your own research. If you want the details, we can do a private information call. You can just give me your name and your number and the best time to call you. But this company right here, I'm with this company. We help families with basic financial protection and financial education. The core starting point is usually term life insurance, but that's the starting point. That ain't all we do. A lot of people stop there, and that's all they get is they get the bare minimum because they did the bare minimum. Okay. But I help people get properly covered, and some people go on to get additional licenses for other financial products such as me, depending on the goals and the qualifications. So if you're interested, inbox me your name and your number and the best time to call you. Alfredo, I hit you back. I got you, Alfredo. Don't be afraid, man. I got you. So this is a part-time business opportunity for people who want to learn the financial industry. It could be a full-time opportunity for you. But if you want to build skills, you want to build an income stream, this is not for everyone because it does involve talking to people. You have to learn and you must be consistent. I'm not here to trick anybody. I'm telling you straight up. This is a sales position. It's education plus service. If you hate people, this is going to hurt. They don't need even saying, hey, I'm interested. But I will tell you who this is for. You may need a full or part-time lane to earn some money while learning real financial literacy. If you are coachable and you can follow a system and you willing to study and get licensed if required, right? Then I got you. You in the perfect space. If you can talk to people without acting weird and shit, you good. And if you want skills that you can use forever, communication skills, budgeting basics, protection planning, leadership, right? Then this is for you. But this is not for you if you want money real fast with no work. You hate learning. You can't commit to training. You quit when shit get uncomfortable and you looking for a get rich quick fantasy. This is not for you. So inbox me your name and your number if you're interested in that position, right? But I teach here at Ironworth Trading. I'm the president of that company. All right. A lot of people, they only want to talk about trading, but not investing. That's fine. OK, but wealth is a system. Wealth is more than just trading or investing. You need to build. You learn investing, Roth IRAs when you qualify for it, long-term habits. You need to learn protection, having coverage so one tragedy don't fuck up all your years of progress. And you need to make sure that you can pass this wealth down to, like it wasn't passed down to you or like it was passed down to you, right? Beneficiaries, opening up a will, opening up a trust, structure so that your family is not stuck in court. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I need to know. Drop a W in the chat if y'all get what I'm saying. I need to know. So if y'all join the team, you are not thrown into the deep end alone. You're going to go through training. You're going to learn how to have simple financial conversations. You learn how to book appointments. You're going to sit with the mentor while you learn the presentation and the basics. You help families understand protection needs and their financial basics. But other than that, I offer mentorship. Maybe you don't want to be a financial advisor and you don't want to help this company, but you want to just learn how to read a stock chart. You want to learn how to be a better investor. You have a cash flow problem. You have a budgeting problem. Inbox me your name and your number and the best time to call you. Let's see if I hit the right mark. Y'all get me? I got 2 more minutes. Can y'all help me get to 10,000 likes? Can y'all help me get to 10,000 likes? Thank you. Thank y'all for liking the likes. Help me get to 10. Help me get to 10K before I get up out of here, please. And I know that what I'm about to say may hurt a lot of people's feelings, but it's okay. It's all right. This is tough love over here. A lot of people don't have a money problem. They have a time problem. They keep wasting it. Y'all keep telling yourself, I'm going to start when I make more money. I'm going to hit Coach Price up when I got enough money to get started. Ooh, I'm gonna call that ironwork trading dude when I get my taxes. You keep telling yourself you gonna start. You gonna start when you understand more. You like, I just gotta learn some more, then I'm gonna start. I just gotta, when shit calm down for me, I'm gonna start. Oh, I'm gonna start after this next bill. I'm gonna start after I fix my credit. Or I'm gonna start next month. Next month turn into next year. Next year turn into, man, I wish I started. Then one day you wake up older and nothing changed except the number on your birthday. Yeah, I'm talking to you. So let me reframe it. If you waiting to feel ready, you are going to be waiting forever. Investing does not reward feelings. It rewards consistency. You do not need perfect timing. You need a system. And the system is simple. You don't need to be rich to get started. You need to get started to be rich, though. You start small. You start clean. You start now, because the market doesn't pay for you almost. It pays for you being in the game long enough to let time work. Okay? This is what being an investor actually means. Not guessing the next hot stock. Being a better investor is not buying random shit because somebody on TikTok got you wet or got you hard. Somebody on TikTok got you all excited and riled up and shit and gyrating. Being a better investor is having a plan, having patience, having protection, staying consistent, and not panicking every time the market sneezes. Okay? Now, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because y'all want you to, if you be honest with yourself, most people lose money because they do the same 3 things. They start with delusion. They quit during fear. And then they repeat the shit like it's normal. Break that cycle, ladies and gentlemen. Break that cycle. Break that cycle. I'm doing a masterclass, a webinar. It is a 2-hour-long webinar. If y'all thought y'all learned something tonight, then you will be amazed by what I'm teaching in that webinar. So inbox me if you want to be on that wait list. Okay, inbox me if you would like to get on the webinar wait list. It is exclusive. This is not it is a paid event because it's for serious people only. We not bullshitting this year. Now, imagine you 90 years old and you wake back up at your current age. You would not waste time like you're not finna waste time acting like you're not capable. You're going to start immediately. Even if it's $25 a month, even if it's $50 a month, even if you don't know every fucking thing. Some of y'all can do $5 a month and you just don't. You just don't. You don't even have a reason not to invest. Some of them stocks costed $5 and they ended up going to 180, 200. One $5 bill could have went to 200. I know it ain't much, but it'll get you started. Now you know better. You know what they say, if you knew better, you do better. Because you know the secret, money grows best when you give it time, y'all. The biggest lie that people tell themselves is, I don't have enough money to invest. Y'all got me to 10K likes. I appreciate y'all, man. Big love. Big up yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all ain't even gotta like the screen no more. Shit. I'm about to wrap it up now. But and y'all done got me to where I needed to go. It helps me push the live out to the algorithm, right? So the more we like the screen, the more people come in. So we just, it helps. But anyways, The people that lie to themselves and say that they don't have enough money to invest, nah, you don't have enough structure. That's the only problem. I done watched thousands of people blow $200 a month on fast food, buying shit randomly, subscriptions, random nights out. I'm talking about shit they don't even remember. But when it's time to invest in their future, all of a sudden they broke. KO, I can't make this shit up, brother. I'm talking about they spend the money on everything, but when it's time to invest, they broke. Yeah, I told you I don't want you to break a nail. You at work anyways. I don't see how y'all be at work helping me out, but y'all the real MVPs. Y'all be at work still liking the screen, still dropping comment section, man. If I can just get you on the phone so I can really help you. But yeah, I'm not judging y'all for spending that $200 a month on fast food, clothes and shoes, subscriptions, random nights out. But when it's time to invest in your future, don't be acting broke. Like, that's a broke mentality. That's not broke. That's unprioritized. I'm not judging you. I'm just here to wake you the fuck up. I want y'all to do these 3 things before I go. Not 10, not 50, just 3. Just 3. Automate something small. Pick a number that you're not going to miss, that you ain't going to miss, and make it automatic. Automatic beats motivated every time. Slow motion beats no motion every time. Say, hey, I'm going to do $5 a week. I could do that. Shit, I could do $5 a month. I can't do 5 a week, said. That's $20 a month. I can't afford the $20 a month, coach. But I can do $5 a month. Okay. Stepping, fetching, your ass better do something, or else you in the future gonna be wishing you had of. The second thing I want you to do, build, man, fuck that. I don't want you to do shit. This is what you need to do. This is what you should want you to do. Build your base before you swing. I need you to know that, like, emergency funds is important. People skip out on that part. They miss out on that part. They say, man, shit, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. You can get off that. Oh, man, that's just saying paycheck to paycheck make my stomach hurt. I shit y'all not. Like, immediately I got upset stomach thinking about paycheck to paycheck. I don't like it. I don't like the way it sound. I don't like the way it feel. I've been there. I watched my mama do this shit for years. But there's a solution to it. Okay, you need to build a buffer. You need to build a buffer. There are emergency fund basics. And then you be in debt and there's a plan to get out of it that you just need to make a plan to get out of it. But if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And then comes investing. If you investing with no cushion, every bill becomes a panic sale. You're going to sell that position to pay the bill. No, stop treating the market like it's a fucking casino. Stop treating this shit like it's a casino. If your plan is, I hope it doubles, that's gambling. A real investor is going to say, what can I consistently do for the next 5 to 10 years? Because that's where your whole life is going to change. People love saying, I'm too late. No, you're not. You're not too late to start investing. No, you're not. But you are not early enough to keep fucking playing. You are not early enough to keep playing, though. You're not too late to get started, but you are not early enough to keep playing. I see if you was 18 and you got to invest in at 18, you could play. But you really should be getting started now. But hey, to each his own. All I got to say to you is start now. Start before you feel confident. Start while you are still learning. Start while you still have time on your side. Time is the one asset that you cannot borrow, y'all. Every day you delay, you paying interest towards your past decisions. Now inbox me right the fuck now if you done waiting on the perfect moment and you a take action type of person and you serious. And don't just say, hey, I'm inboxing you because I'm serious. No, Give me your name and your number and the best time to call. And I'm also tired of asking for y'all name and number and the best time to call. And then when I call, y'all don't answer. Boop, done. On to the next. I'm on to the next. I'm doing you a service by calling you. I really am about to get to the point where I'm not doing no more phone calls. And it's only for the people that I'm dealing with. That's it. You know, you locked in with me for this year. I'm going to focus on you. I do a little bit, a lot, a little bit, a lot, then a little bit, then I do a lot. I never not do something. So as long as you following me, I will come on this live stream and I will teach as much as I possibly can. Right? If you serious though and you really want to level up, register for the class. Inbox me. We building investors, not gamblers. This is educational only. No promises. This is just skill set. You don't need more motivation. You need automation. Start small. Start now. Start consistently. The market rewards time, not talk. Talk is cheap. Power is not from knowledge. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Y'all ain't never met a stupid, smart motherfucker. They know all this information, but not doing nothing with it. Don't be that person. All right, y'all drop a W in the chat if y'all learned something tonight or a good night. Shoot a bird. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just say something to me to say good night. This is how we say good night. Peace sign, thumbs up, something, period. I don't care what it is. Help me out with engagement by leaving a comment before I turn the live off. Can y'all do that for me? Good night, Tabitha. No doubt, K-Van. Everybody that inbox me, I will be reaching out to you soon at whatever time you left me to call you. Whether it was for you, your retirement account, maybe you want to open a Roth, maybe you want to open a trust, maybe you need business insurance, maybe you need life insurance, maybe you need home insurance. This is I'm the jack of all trades, the master of some. You want to start a business? I got you. Let's go. You need cash flow accumulation? I got you. Let's go. You need a strategy to get you out of debt? Let's go. You need a budget? Let's go. Anything to do with the financial services, I got you. If your house caught on fire right now, can you replace everything in it? Knock on wood. If not, inbox me so we can get you some fucking home insurance. That's how I sell home insurance. It's not a sale. You need this shit. If you die, will your family be okay? If not, call me. This is not a sale. This is you protecting yourself, motherfucker. I ain't got to sell you shit. That's why I love this business, because, like, you need it. I don't have to sell you shit. If you don't get it, then they're going to be throwing a fish fry or whatever the fuck they sell in the neighborhood to try to come up with some money to put you in the ground. Because you didn't take care of the shit that you were supposed to take care of. I don't sell. I'm not a salesman, ladies and gentlemen. I don't do good with sales. I like to just keep it real. I keep it real. I can save you money on your fucking car insurance, because who the fuck don't want to save money on their car insurance? Who want to pay more money on their car insurance? That's crazy work. So yeah. And who want to be confused when they look at a stock chart? Who want to see a stock chart and be confused when they see one? Or not know how to read Greeks? Or just trade options and just press buttons not knowing what the fuck they doing? Not I. So, you know, if not you, then you should inbox me so I can get with me so we can get you together. Right? That's the whole purpose of you being here. Hit the follow button, y'all. Hit the follow button. I'm about to go. I just wanted to make sure I got those last few words in. We hit over 2,000 viewers tonight. We got 30 new followers, and I only got 7 gifters. So out of 2,000 people, only 7 people sent the gift. Out of all the information I gave tonight, it's okay, Salt and Light. It's no big deal. I'm happy. I'm not complaining. I'm just looking at it like, you know, I give and I give and I give. And this is why I started doing subscriber only live streams. Because if a person took the time out of their day or month to subscribe to me, then I think I want to take my time out and exclusively give my subscribers live streams like the one I give on a regular basis for free. And don't even get 2,000 followers. But I got 2,000 listeners, though. I've never heard your content before, and I immediately hear you complaining. Yeah, I would, but can't on this page. No doubt. No doubt, y'all. But this guy right here, Safe Bet, is hilarious. This shit is funny. Well, I'm gonna let you know something, Safe Bet. This ain't the page you want to follow. You hear me? Because I will complain on your ass. You might hear me complain every time you come into my live stream. Fuck you mean? Hey, y'all know I did good tonight. I ain't cussed nobody out, but I think we got a contender. I think we got a contender. So let me see, what do I got? Well, let me cook. Let me mark this viewer. Let me cook. Safe Bet. You've never heard my content before, and immediately you hear me complaining. I'm complaining about you and your comment, complaining about hearing me complain, and you never heard my content before, and you never will again, bitch. I'm getting you up out of here. You're gone. Just like that, y'all. I behaved the whole night. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong the whole night. Y'all, hey, Salt and Light, you seen me do good the whole live. I ain't do no, I mean, I cursed a little bit, but yeah, I ain't kicked nobody out. I didn't call nobody out their name. I don't think I was complaining that much, but he was right. He came into the live and I was complaining. He caught the ass in. He didn't learn any of the good shit that y'all learned. And here comes 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so I'm going to get the fuck up out of here, y'all. Because I started rambling toward the end of the night and cussing people out and being mean and nasty. And I don't want to do that. I get grumpy when I get sleepy, y'all. I'm gone.